When you're looking at investment plans or how do you attract, or you're also in a competitive world, right? So how do you, when you compare, say, Greater Noida with areas, with other growth centers in India like Sriperumbudur in Tamil Nadu, with Whitefield in Bangalore, with Pune, with Hyderabad, what is your competitive advantage in your view? What are you telling companies? Why come here and not go there?
So there are two things I feel which is USP of Greater Noida. One thing is that Greater Noida is a greenfield project. So it was not that it was once a center or a city in olden days and it later it got developed or it grew. It was entirely planned from scratch. So the land was acquired and plans were made, the sectors were made, different sectors for residents, commercial activity, industry, institution, all were planned. Broad streets, green areas, open spaces, all were planned. So being a well-planned city, which is, in just a handful all over India, is one big thing, people prefer. It is not just a profession or work which people now look for. It is like livability in a city which actually helps make people choices. So in that way, Greater Noida is a well-planned city and people from Delhi even prefer to come and settle down in Greater Noida and commute from there in that manner. So because these sectors are segregated, it is very organized and the infrastructure which has been developed, be it water lines, be it the roads and be it the sewerage system or the solid waste management, everything are of high standards in the city. The second point is that another unique feature of Greater Noida, it is at the cross junction of eastern and western dedicated freight corridor, as well as it is connected to the major highways in a very short distance. For instance, the Yamuna Expressway or the Eastern Peripheral Expressway, Western Peripheral Expressway. By infrastructure wise, it is at a junction of all these major roads and railways. And now again, as we have discussed, we have the Jewar Airport. So these two features where, are something which is unique only to Greater Noida.
Which are the industries you're focusing on, attracting specific industries, key focal areas?
See, being in NCR, we'll have to, we have these categories of industries which are only permissible. So as per the norms, we can, do for such kind of industries. But again, high-tech industries as well as IT companies are what we are, planning in our near future, next future. Foreign companies, investors are also invested, provided this strategic location.
Sahil, she made a very important point about livable cities, and we'll come to that in a second. But before that, I wanted to ask you that as somebody who's really invested your money in Noida, also in Gurugram, about 3,500 crores or something like around that number. When you look at the larger real estate landscape of India, and you look at these two regions, what's your prognosis on real estate? Would it be fair to say that Noida is now where maybe Gurgaon was 15 years ago at an inflection point, where things were just taking off? Would that be a fair comparison or not?
So, Nalin, 2 or 3 points. First, the prognosis for NCR, in my view, is very, very optimistic and we are very bullish. Because if you're mostly from the northern part of the country, this is the Tri-City that you will most likely want to live in. This is the economic hub, this is the infrastructure hub, this is where a lot of activity is happening, so you'd want to live here. Within that, I think that Noida, like I mentioned, has a huge opportunity to really evolve into a twin city, into another city. It doesn't have to be either or. It has to have the social infrastructure is what is missing today. And I'm sure with the coming of companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and many other companies, there's going to be a huge opportunity for everyone to be able to see the city evolve. The larger question you ask is still one that we have to address, I think, for NCR at large, which is how do we make this city more livable? And I think we have challenges with respect to air pollution, we have challenges with respect to infrastructure, the walkability of the city. Climate change is only aggravating some of those problems.
You have 2 small children, I have 2 small children. Is this city livable for us?
I think we have to step up and take a little bit more ownership. to see what we can do to make our cities more livable and more habitable. Of course, it has to happen with under the purview of the government, and we have to, kind of work with them and enable them to
So what's
see
the way
what
out?
we can
Do you see more public-private partnerships? Because, in India we have this whole thing that you clean everything inside your house and that's perfect, but you just dump everything outside. So how do you deal with that kind of stuff?
I think there are
what's the role you
multiple
play with
layers. The first is we definitely need to increase our own sense of civic awareness. We have to, exactly to your point, we make sure that our four walls are very clean, but what do we do about outside? And as real estate developers, I say this for our fraternity, we've been having discussions to say how can we take more ownership? How can we make sure that the surrounding external environment or external infrastructure is as good as how we build our internal infrastructure? So those are some of the challenges and questions that we deal with. But absolutely, I think the biggest risk for the city is that the livability aspect of the city is decreasing and it further gets worse. So we cannot afford.
Dr. Jayashankar, thank you very much for joining us at the Rising Bar.
At a civic level to see what we can do at an individual level. The second is as institutions to be able to do what we can do outside our footprint as well. And the third obviously is a deeper level of public-private partnership. I don't want to suggest that this is not happening, but I think that we need to do a lot more to really make the city livable.
Sai, let me ask you another question. Sri Lakshmi was talking about IT companies as moving towards Greater Noida and their focus on that. From your point of view, you've invested in three kinds of things, and we were talking about that outside, on housing for senior citizens, on group housing, and for office spaces. What are the kind of companies that you think are moving here, and why, as opposed to other places in India?
I think there is a lot of traction that we are getting from the manufacturing sector. You heard the previous panel with the co-founder of a mobile brand called Nothing. He was talking about that. They manufacture in Noida. So we are seeing manufacturing come in. Two, we are seeing the new wave of services set up, which is global capability centers that are coming in. Hyderabad is a big market, and now Gurgaon and Noida are emerging as big destinations for global capability centers. And three, banks, services, and other functions as well are moving in. So what I think with the population and the scale and size, people are realizing that these are all micro markets within it. So it's not a question of being in either one or the other, but in being more efficient, in being able to have presence across the spectrum. So that's exactly what we're seeing. So we are definitely seeing a huge inflow of investment, of companies, of services that are coming in. My only point that I want to make is that while we are doing all of this and we are all wanting to participate in the economic opportunity of it, there is a larger responsibility to be able to do this with heart, to be able to do this while keeping the future of the city in the mind, and for people like us to make the city a better place for our kids to inherit.